Welcome to NEXTGames' Voracious Resurgence series. Now today, I'll be showing the two NM fights that are a part of Chapter 9. Now neither of these fights were overly challenging for a well-geared, eye-level 119 job, but there are some things that you want to be ready for, so let's briefly talk about them while we watch me in the two battle examples of these fights. Now the first fight, in Chapter 9.1, is against 3 Velk in Marjami Ravine. Now to get there, you will want to take Bivak number 2, and then follow the red line on the map shown here. Now this is a very similar path that you would follow on your way to the entry to Incursion. Now once at the location, you will want to click on the Bibliomanics layer to spawn the 3 Velk. Now the main mob is a Brash Gramp Droog, who is a warrior type mob, and he's assisted by a Velk Defiler, which is a Dark Knight, and a Velk Inquisitor, who is a red mage. Now I just went with the standard trust setup for this one, so that includes Sylvie, Monborough, and Yignis for cures and to max my haste, Sethus to restore MP, HP, and TP to the party, and Shantoto 2 to continually help me to skill chain and magic burst. Now for some reason, my trust refused to go near the spawn location, so I needed to run back out to the outer edges of the battlefield near where they were in order for them to engage, so be ready for this in the event that it happens to you. Now I took out the mobs in the order of Inquisitor, Defiler, and then the main NM of Brash. All mobs appeared to take full damage from all forms of damage, so you should be able to cut through them quickly with some skill chains and magic burst. Once the fight is over, click on the spawn location again to complete the mission. This brings us to the fight in mission 9.2. Now this fight is against the Shadow Lord, and the main complication here is you will not be allowed to use trust. Instead, you will be assisted by 5 NPCs already on the battlefield, which include Volker, a warrior, Zeed, a dark knight, Valley, a paladin, Oshasha, a white mage, and Roma Ligo, a thief. Now they will use potions and their standard job abilities during the run. Now I chose to simply tank myself for this fight, to keep shadows up and to spam skill chains and magic burst, which made quick work of this NM. But if you're taking on this fight when you're lesser geared or on a non-tank job, don't be afraid to let Valley tank. Make sure you keep in mind though that Zeed must live in order for the fight to succeed, to make sure he does not die. Now I actually think the idea of SE not allowing you to use your own trust and giving you a set number of trust for the fight is kind of a neat idea, and I hope they do more of this in future events. It also means though that, at least in this instance, you're not going to have your standard trust buffs. Therefore, you will not be haste capped if you're a melee job. Make sure you keep this in mind when you're preparing for this fight. I ended up switching to my dual wield 40 gear set just to make life a little bit easier. That's going to be it for this brief look at Chapter 9 of the Voracious Resurgence. I hope you found that helpful. If this is your first visit to my channel and you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button under the video and the bell icon next to it to be notified when my future videos are released. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.